Okay, this is a sermon for September 6th, 2020, Culture and Christianity. It's subtitled, When Should Christians Intervene? And what I mean by that is this: I don't do topical preaching, and I just don't make a habit of it, mainly because most of the topical preaching is just too easily to be used to advance a pastor's agenda. You can use the Bible, you touch on a verse and then you jump into whatever you want to talk about. And I don't want to do that. Another danger that you have with topical preaching is that you start with culture, but you try to make the Bible answer questions that it doesn't address. And so when the temptation is in addressing cultural issues that you begin to misapply the scriptures, and that's a great problem to have. And then topical preaching can focus on them without any application for us, and you develop an us versus them mentality, and you're trying to whip up on everybody that's outside the church walls, and to make everybody inside the church walls feel really good about themselves. And that would be that's a mistake too, because as we do this series, it's just us that we're going to be addressing. Us as the church, us as Americans, us as Kansans, and us as Peabodians, whatever you want to call it, Peabodyites. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Here's the peril that we're facing in our country right now. For most American history, the light-skinned Jesus conjured up by the white congregations demanded the preservation of inequality as a part of the divine order. Now, this is a pretty incredible statement that's being made by NBC News. It's basically addressing, I read a bunch of quotes from this in the sermon, so if you want to see it, you're going to see it in the video, because I'm not going to reread everything that I read there. But the riots are coming after us, because this article basically says it's the church is where the fault needs to lie. They were the major culture framers. They were the ones that gave us racism. And quite frankly, that is just not the case. And I am making my case in 12 weeks why that's not the case. Okay? We need to understand that we're putting ourselves in trouble. Jesus, when he appeared before Pilate on the day of his crucifixion, Pilate was trying to get him off, set him free, but that wasn't going to happen. And so Jesus was accused of being against Caesar, and then basically explained himself. You say correctly that I am a king. For this reason I was born, and for this reason I've come into the world, to testify to the truth. Now, the point I made here was, whenever you give testimony to the truth, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Because the devil and his whole plan is, he's the father of lies, and he just lies. Everyone who is of the truth hears my voice, and we need to provide an option for Americans, for the American people. What you're hearing is there's a lot of misinformation there. And the truth is, you need to know the full story. And that's what we're going to try to do while we're here. Jesus, what got him in trouble was statements like this. He said, but because I speak the truth, you do not believe me? Which of you convicts me of sin? If I speak the truth, why do you not believe me? He who is of God hears the words of God, and for this reason you do not hear them, because you're not of God. There's this competition between truth and lies, and it's going on in our culture right now. In fact, it dates all the way back to the beginning, to the garden, when in the curse, our Heavenly Father told the serpent, or God told the serpent, when I put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed, he will bruise you on the head and you will bruise him on the heel. I mean, this whole context is set up between the woman's seed and the devil's seed. And these two seeds, these two lines, are going to be coming after each other. God's line is the one that's going to win. This is the very description that we use to describe, or we anticipate, the cross. Because when Christ died on the cross, Satan bruised him on the heel. but Satan lost all his power when Jesus died and rose again on the cross. So, what do we know? What do we need to know? First of all, truth is going to be key in what we're going to be talking about. And the struggle over truth is going on right now. And truth is a gospel issue. People believe a lie, they're destined for trouble. Okay? The truth is what sets us free. History is being rewritten as we speak, and we are in danger of losing our righteous heritage. And I'm going to display that for you. Hypocrisy is being ignored. Christians are being made the problem, and quite frankly, they're the solution. And 5, speaking the truth is going to get you in trouble. I just promised that right now, and a lot of us are going to want to opt out of this series just simply because it's going to make us just downright uncomfortable. But hey, Christ spoke the truth and he got killed. We speak the truth. We shouldn't be trying to get ourselves killed. But in reality, we will be suppressed. We can just plan on it happening. So, want to encourage you, please come, please hear this out, because the bottom line is we may gain some folks that want to know the truth, and that will make it worth it all. Talk to you later. God bless.